Hello, can you hear me? I can't hear you at all. If you can hear me, I cannot hear you. Looks to me like you're on mute.
Oh, so that means I have been speaking muted since. Are you?
Yes, I sent a message in the room. Yeah, I apologize. I figured out there was only way I would get that across to you.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that means we have to do this all over. Oh my goodness. So I've been speaking muted. Jeez. Okay. So I am going to do this. I am going to do this very shortly again. And I know that I'm so so sorry. I am not. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's do this again. Just like I said, I'm going to quickly rush this and then bring on stage my the speaker today. So I was saying that everybody should please put in the chat. Oh wow. Oh wow. Thank you so much. And now I can see. I didn't get any response. Okay. Now I can see a lot of people have been chatting. Okay. Are you see? Okay, now you can hear me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. All right. So put in the chat where you are joining us from. Put in the chat where you are joining us from. Uh, I have been speaking, I've been talking for the last 8 minutes with no one hearing me, which this is really, really crazy. So sorry. All right. Thank you for joining everyone. Yes, please. I wanted to put in the chat where you're joining us from and invite your friend. I shared the link where you can invite your friends, your colleagues, your family. Let them come in to come and hear how they can break free from paycheck dependence, how they can enter into world diversifying their income, and of course, we are launching this beautiful book, the Get Fired Up, Building Wealth, Escaping the 9 to 5 trap and living life on your own terms. That is what we are talking about today. If you are just meeting me for the first time, my name is Omolola Oyewumi, fondly called Lola Wealth. So I want to welcome you to this virtual book launch of my brand new books, 2 books actually, Get Fired Up and then the Fired Up Action. Yes, I'm super excited and over excited that you choose to spend this moment with me, whether you're joining me live on LinkedIn or Instagram or on YouTube, anywhere you are joining across the world. Today marks the continuation of a journey that began with a dream to see professionals break free from their paycheck dependent and to design a life of freedom, a life of impact, a life of legacy, a life full of faith and fulfillment. So Get Fired Up is not just another book. We are birthing a movement here. And this book was birthed also from my own story, climbing from the corporate ladder at Microsoft to realizing that success without freedom is not just true wealth. No, this book is for every driven professional, every hardworking professional who has ever thought there has to be more to life than just working bills, burnout, overwhelm. There has to be more. So through the Fired Up Accelerator program, which I shared, accelerator system, which I shared in my book, practice a practical system, faith center wisdom, and the wealth strategy to help you move from financial survival into financial thriving, into financial independence, and ultimately living life on your own terms. So this 2 days launch is not just another way, because we have started this, birthing this, launching this for the last a week now. It started Saturday, right? We are celebrating the movement. We are igniting a generation of fired up professionals, men and women who are ready to build wealth boldly, who are ready to diversify their income and design a life that is rich in purpose, in peace, and in prosperity. So, over the next 2 days, you will hear from incredible voices, thought leaders, innovators, impact driven professionals, everyone bringing their own unique perspective on wealth and purpose, how they have how they became very successful in their own career journey, how they enter into wealth, into freedom. So, but for today, we'll be hearing from 2 phenomenal speakers, which one of our speakers is already here, and I will be bringing him up on stage. Yes, let me add yes. So thank you so much. And
Hello.
Yes, I'm so very excited. And I was saying before before I brought you on stage the other time, was like, I wanted to read your bio, but I was like, okay, now if it's getting into this bio, we're not going to leave here in the next, 30 minutes. But just going to share just a little bit. And of course, you're going to introduce yourself to the audience, people that are ready to break free from paycheck dependence. You move from career into becoming a successful entrepreneur, right? And a lot of 9 to 5 NAS, a lot of professionals, they really want to enter into that being a business owner, being an entrepreneur, right? But they are afraid, they are scared. They were like, okay, so many things, but you're going to be sharing your brilliance with us today. Okoyemi, Awoyemi, you are welcome, and I'll be sharing just a little bit about your bio. All right. So Okoyemi is a serial technology entrepreneur and an investor. He's currently the general partner of Fast Forward, an impact venture studio and early stage fund, a fund committed to early stage fund committed to unlocking prosperity in Africa through technology. Is also the chief evangelist at hello.cv, an AI-powered professional online CV builder. Previously, Okoyemi co-founded Jobberman in 2010, and he has helped building the largest online recruitment platform in Africa with 5+ million users and over 200,000 employers in Nigeria and in Ghana. So Jobberman was acquired by Ringer One Africa Media, which became the largest online classified group in Africa, and partially excited to be a stellar group of institutional investor like Ringer AG and the likes. So Okoyemi worked briefly at the world's largest job website as a senior technical product manager, leading to job seeker API and gigs teams at different points. He is also a co-founder of Ugo Host, now the Go 1554, the largest domain and cloud hosting service in Nigeria with over 50% market share of .ng CCTLD domain and 70,000 plus clients, which has successfully existed in to host Africa. Okwemi is a serial venture investor. He has a venture studio and he has found, he is also an investor in the being an angel investor as well. Fast Forward has backed 10 plus impact startups solving big challenges in education, healthcare, future of work, industrialization, commerce, and financial inclusion. As an angel investor, he has made bets on 50 plus companies in Africa, USA, Europe, and the portfolio companies include, you know, Doja, Pizza, Art School, Bumper, Alliance Chemical, and the list goes on and on and on and on. I want to welcome you. In fact, we cannot stop because you are shifting the narrative of what we have in the industry. You are coming in with your brilliance. So the stage is yours, Mr. Okoyemi Awoyemi. I want you to, talk to the audience, talk to people that are hearing how they can turn their 9 to 5 into becoming a successful entrepreneur through your own journey, how it has helped. So please, the stage is yours. Take it away.
Thank you very much, Lola, for having me. I appreciate you having me at the launch. So congratulations to you, right, for launching this book, Get Fired Up. I think this is definitely a topic everybody would be interested in, even though most people I've never really understood like this whole idea of fired up, you know. But financial independence, retire early is something everybody should be interested in. um, I would like to give a caveat. My own journey has been a bit different, especially since I started super early as an entrepreneur. But even as an entrepreneur, there is the part where you're putting all your strength into trying to make this work, right? And you're pretty much more like a slave to your own business, right? And you're not really financially independent. And I'm happy I've been able to cross that stage. While I won't call myself retired, I'm happy I'm able to do the things I really love doing, which is impacting. And um, most 9 to 5s cannot give people that. That's just the truth, right? And I think from a 9 to 5 point of view, it goes again beyond just the money. It has a lot to do with a mindset, right? I mean, how many people would feel great if they hear that their company was laying people off, would feel confident and would sleep well, right? You carry that burden with you, you carry that concern with you every moment, right? And it gets you worried, and you start to ask yourself, is this all there is to life? I wake up 9 to 5, go to work, come back, and then again, and you continue doing it. Um, and I think the best of life comes when you rethink that position and you start to think about the other things that you really want to do on a longer period, right? That can help you get financial independence. That doesn't mean quitting your job. I need to make that clear, but just means diversifying on how you think about your wealth building. And there's not just one way to do that. I guess this my talk today is not going to be about, oh, this is how to make money. There's many ways to make money. When you sit in the midst of like millionaires and you're like, just chatting and you're asking folks, what do you do? You find out that people do different things. Someone is into mining, someone sells scrap materials, someone just sold their business, someone does services, someone is in hotels, right? Someone is a sports coach, someone is a creator, someone is a movie maker, someone is a teacher who has wrote a book that has sold millions. You just find different kinds of people, and you start wondering, like, oh wow, there's just a lot of ways in this world to make money. But it all starts with a mindset, and I think that's what Omolola Lola Wealth, right, is trying to share with us here. And if you're driven with purpose, you have clarity around, oh, this is what I want to achieve, and you use an opportunity and you see how you can create value for other people, definitely you can create wealth. And I think that's what this is about. With that, I would say congratulations again, Lola, um, for doing this. For me, my own model of creating wealth is really through backing other founders to create value, and I create value for myself in that way. I also continue to think of ways I can create value directly even to the world. My journey has always been about innovation and impact, from starting Jobberman and the Jobs platform, which is the largest in Nigeria and Ghana, to Google Host, which became Go 54, which is the largest Go that day type business, right, in Nigeria as well. And to continue to even think about how I can do that on a global scale. Sometimes the journey is also very how will I put it now, very frustrating, especially when you're building and you're not seeing those results yet. So nobody's promising that it's going to be rosy. But once you get through that valley of death and things start to look good, it starts to go on and on and on and on and up, right? And I think that's the beauty of striving for financial independence. Then even after you make the money, what next, right? You start to think about, where do you invest? Where do you diversify, right? How do you make sure that you stop spending your time and your money starts to work for you? It's not easy. It's not straightforward, just to be clear. Um, but then if you diversify well and do some very simple, basic things that just compound, right? You will find you working your way up to the top. And lastly, I want to mention that these are individual races. Don't compete with me. Don't compete with Lola. Don't compete with anybody. Compete with yourself. Compete with the God-given potential that God has given you. Right. There's also a cost for aspiring to anything. There's a sacrifice to be made. Right. If you're not ready to pay that price, you might not be able to get to where other people are. And you don't know what price or what cost they've had to go through, or what their parents or their family have had to go through to get to where they are. So focus on yourself, focus on being the best that you can, and see you at the top. Again, Lola, back to you. Thank you very much for having me. Always a pleasure, and thanks for all you do.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing the nuggets. Thank you for sharing that brilliance to us. Did you hear that? There is price to pay. And sometimes you don't know that price yet. And I can tell you that that is so true, because while I was on that journey as well, and I said, yes, I think I have all my I's, dotted, my T's crossed, and yet let me go retire at 40. Did I retire at 40? Yes. But did it go as planned? No. And that's why I always tell, my team members, I always tell my friends, is we pivot, we don't panic. If we plan something and it doesn't go that way, let's reroute and let's find the best way to go. So thank you so much for sharing your brilliance to us today. Yes, please get this book. It's really important for you to like getting into 2026 with a blueprint, with a plan. Like, this is what I really want to achieve. You hear Mr. Koyemi said it, like, you don't have to quit your 9 to 5 right now, but you have to have a plan. You have to have, this is what I want to do in place, and this is a blueprint for you. So yes, there are prices to obey, there is plan to be made, and you need accountability, you need a mentor, you need someone to hold your hands. And that is why we are here at the Fire Dove movement. So I want to say thank you so much, Mr. Kwayemi. Isn't that cool? I want to see in the chat what has really stood out for you today. Hearing Mr. Kwayemi speak to us, what has stood out for you? What has stood out for you? I want you to put it in the comment. I am reading the comment right now. Thank you so much for everyone joining. And if you have not put down where you are joining from, please put where you're joining from from India, from Canada, from US, Australia, from Nigeria. Please put where you are joining from so that we know we have a global audience here. We want to know where you are joining and then properly, appreciate you, of course. That is really interesting. I have my second speaker. She is on here today to shed more light, to ignite your fire. She's here to ignite your fire. I'm super, super excited that my sister will be coming up next. Can I see your video? Miss Oladoye. She's going to be here right away. She's going to be here right away. So while we are waiting for, while we are trying to put that up, please, I want you to share where you are joining from, and also if there is anything that jump at you while Mr. Kwemi was speaking, and what nugget you're going to be using as we enter into a new year. What is it going to be for you? What nugget did you get from today's launch? He has shared his brilliance with us, how God has helped him transition in terms of how he moved in his own career, and how you can take that step too. You can become you can be mentored by him as well. You can also follow him on LinkedIn. His handle is Okoyemi Awoyemi. You can follow him as well. See the work he's doing back in Africa, here in US, and the global stage that he is. And you can, it can inspire you his own journey as well. All right. Yes. My take is map your journey. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Dr. Mayowa. Yours is map your journey, know the cost to pay, and be ready to pay it. Be ready to pay it. Thank you so much for sharing that with us as well. If you have any nugget that jumps at you, please, 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 I want you to share it. And also share where you are joining us from. I wanted to share where you are joining us from. Thank you. Yes, I can see Lady Shea joining from US. Dr. Oluwachunilo. Thank you for joining as well. Adenike from Oregon, thank you. Thank you, Coach Bukola. Can you hear me okay? I want to make sure that everyone can hear. Can you hear me and see me okay? Before we get going. You can hear and see me. Can you hear and see me? Okay. Please, I want to confirm that. I don't want to speak again for the next 5-10 minutes and not hearing anything. All right. I am going to be bringing up my next speaker up on stage. Okay. Yay! Did you see that? Yes. Can you hear me okay? You can see me okay?
Yes, I can. And can you see me and can you hear me?
Absolutely. Yes.
All right, great.
Yes, I can. All right. I'm super excited to have you. Oh, this is my, one coach, friend, that destiny sister that was like, no, you have to get, you have to grow, you have to get going. So thank you so much, Lady Oladoyin Taiwo. I will be reading your bio shortly, but I want you to come here. You are here already. How you're going to be sharing your brilliance in why people should read this book. And this has been a journey for us, right? And then, we keep sharing it, how we should grow in our career, in our personal development, and I will be getting into it. Yes. Okay, let me quickly read your bio, a short bio for that matter. Okay, Oladoyin Taiwo is a senior marketing and communication leader known for uniquely blending faith-driven purpose with strategic marketing. As a brand transformation coach, author, and founder of Profit with Doing LLC, the Evolving Woman Academy, she empowers visionary she empowers visionary women, faith-led leaders, and purpose-driven organizations. She holds a BSc in Mass Communication from Covenant University, an MBA in Marketing from Keller School of Management, US, and a postgraduate diploma in Professional Marketing Level 7 from the Chartered Institute of Marketing, UK. Lady Oladoyin is a proud member of the Chartered Institute of Marketing UK and the American Marketing Association in US. She holds a certification in AI for marketing and in an associate member of the Wimbase. Her work and insight have been featured in Guardian Women, Leading Ladies Africa, and Business Day, among others. Without further ado, let us welcome Lady Oladoyin to the stage. Please, let's make welcome. I want to see it in the chat. Make her welcome our super delighted speaker today. And then the floor is yours, ma'am.
All right. Thank you so much for having me. Like, I'm very excited, and congratulations on the book launch. I know that it's been a long time coming. It's been a long year. It's been a long year in trying to like get all of the things that needs to be done up here. And I'm glad and I'm excited for the things around ahead. So the Fire Up movement for me, I think that it's where everybody, if you're concerned or serious about your future, you should get your money together, because above every other thing, it's something that as long as we continue to be here, we're going to need our finances to be in order. We're going to need things. So for you to be able to grow your personal finance, you need to get this book for you to be able to plan and for you to be able to do all of the things that God has called you to. I always make a joke that that the popular Yoruba saying that says that money is the bicycle for good gospel or something, if you're putting it literally. So like, it's expensive to actually be able to do all that God has called you to do. So I would say that for me, so here today, I'm going to be briefly about how to profit from your multi-potentiality, because I know that a lot of us, we are not people of one skill, and it's not always easy when people are multi-potentialites and they are not sure where to profit from. They are not sure what they need to do to monetize their brand. So monetization is what I realized, that it's not the range of all of the skills or expertise that you have that is your problem for a multi-potentialite. So it is usually that the essence of whatever it is that multi-potentialites are about might just be the only thing holding them back. And here are some of the lies that people have must have told themselves. If you see my face looking to the other side, I wrote my notes on my screen so that I don't lose track of what I'm speaking about. So the lies that keep people stuck, the old saying or the old advice of pick one niche, pick one thing, don't confuse people, so that people will not be confused about what you do. The truth is that you actually do not need to niche down, but you need an anchor, like an anchor around whatever it is that you want to be able to monetize, an anchor around whatever it is that you're looking to profit from. So it's very important that whatever it is that your hand finds to do, as the Bible says, that you should do it and do it well. And sometimes I think that people always mistake some of the talents they have to establish that. When you have a gift or you have a talent, some of it are for service. You should, if you're a Christian here, like I'm a faith-based coach, so most of the things I'm going to be talking about are going to be from the scriptures. So if you have it, some of it are for service, and some of it are actually for feeding or for food, for seed, for expansion, for you to be able to monetize. It's not all of the talents that you have in life that you need to monetize. Some of it are just meant for gift, for your community. Some of it are meant for gift to serve your place of worship. Some of it are meant for gift for you to serve the people that God has put in your life. But most of all, the key anchor of the things that God would want you to actually profit from is those things that you need to be clear about and for you to be able to put a price to. Because if I'm not clear about what opportunities I can refer you for, it's very difficult for people to be able to put you on maybe to a new career, to a new business, or to anything at all that you're looking to do at that time. So the shift that I would say for people that are multi-potential and they are looking to monetize that kind of gift is that you are not a scattered person. You are not all over the place. You're actually layered. There's a layer to what God, this is just an abridged way that I would describe all of the things that it's about for multi-potentialites because of the time that we have. You are layered. Your gifts are not a distraction. So focus on that. And I've already established that in whatever you have, know the ones that are for service and know the ones that are for profit. That's the major thing that actually demarcates who earns bigger or who can monetize and who is able to build wealth from the things that God has already deposited in them, the things that come to them naturally. Gone are the days when people will say that find your passion, when you continue to do your passion is going to, some people have never actually profited from those passions. So it's very important that you find that anchor and you're able to translate it to value whereby people are able to pay you for it, opportunities people are able to refer you for you to be able to do the things that God has called you to and live the kind of life that God has already called you to. People do not pay for varieties every time. Have you ever gone to like a specialist hospital? When you have to do with your eyes, you go to like the ophthalmologist. When you want surgery, go to a surgeon. When you want something that has to do with dental, you go to a dentist. You do not go to a GP. So it's very important that you also start finding the things that actually people can say that this is a transformation, that when I got into this person's life or when I found this person's skills, this is the transformation they brought to me. If you're a project manager, if you're a business analyst or something, anything at all that you are, there has to be a transformation that when they bring you into the room, you've heard some people's names when people are they're in a very tight place and they say, go and speak to that person will have the solution to this. That's the kind of way that you want people to see your skills and all your expertise or whatever it is that you bring. Once you understand that, every other thing will begin to shift for you. So how to profit from your multi-potentialite life? I will just give a quick framework. The first thing that I want to do is identify your transformational zones. Those are places where people actually find you genius. That's everybody is born a genius. It's just our social conditioning that has actually watered down the gift and possibilities that we carry as human beings. And don't ever let anybody lose your wonder, because that wonder is the place of your genius that you need to come into as an individual, enough for you to be able to, all this life of hustle, bustle and everything, it stifles your creativity. It stifles all of the things that God has called you to. And you need to fight enough for that life that gives you the freedom to express, the freedom to be able to become all that God has called you to. So the first thing that I said in this framework is identify your transformational zone as an individual, as a multi-potentialite. Find where you create the real breakthroughs for people. Sit down with yourself and pray. I always tell people, every time my clients, why I say I work with faith-based people is because every time you come for a session with me, you will pray. Because a lot of ideas come into our minds, but it's only the counsel of God that stands. So if you think of it in that light, you know to start committing all your ways and to begin to acknowledge him enough for you to be able to know this is the one that is for me, and this is the one that actually I shouldn't even be pursuing, so that you don't waste your time, you don't waste your seasons, and you don't waste your life. And at the end of the day, you do not monetize it. The next thing is to build a signature offer stack. So this is me getting practical with you now on how to monetize that. Create a clear path for your audience that when they think about you, even if you're a personal brand, even if you're a business or something, but create it clear enough that they know that if I get to step one, this is where to start. If I get to step two, this is what I need from this person. If I get to step three, this is, and at the end of step four, this is the transformation I'm going to get from the interaction with this person that I am actually working with. The next thing is to create one brand and ensure that they have multiple sources of income. That anchor that I spoke about before, everything is always leading to one promise for the people. So maybe if they buy your webinar, they buy your coaching program, they buy your digital products, they buy your book, like what we are or what we're on now on the book launch of my dear sister Lola, that it is something that when people think about it, it gives them a transformational promise that at the end of this is what they are going to receive. So whatever the channel of what that anchor is, somebody can be an anchor through fitness. Somebody can be, their anchor could be through relationships. Some people on their anchor could be through business. Some people's on it could be through media. Whatever that anchor is, just ensure that you have a clear pathway that when people work with you, when people come into your establishment or whatever at all that people do, they get the results that they are coming for. Become a thought leader. Position yourself as a leader with a point of view. Do not be everything to every man, because in life, people don't listen to generalists, they listen to specialists. I've already spoken about how we go to dentists, how we go to these people. If you have a generalized knowledge of something, people probably will not trust you enough to be able to commit something into your hand. And then what I've spoken about, I'll just expatiate more before I move on from it. The identify your transformation zone, how to do that. What do people consistently thank you for? That's one thing to think about. How, when you do something, notice it, start making observation. Don't just move past it. When people say, oh, thank you so much, you've changed my life by doing this, that, note it down, pay attention to it. What moves people from confusion to clarity when they come in contact with you? It's something that you need to start thinking about if you have never thought about it, or even if you've thought about it before, start thinking of how to scale it. So identify the moment when somebody said, finally, I get it now, because you were able to put me through. Where do I create the most value without even trying? Some people from their sleep, like you can tell them and they're able to sort financial problems, or they're able to give you financial advice that would actually plan out to be able to help you get the desired results. For some people, from their dreams, you can wake them up and they can write music that was never composed before, but because it comes to them naturally. Some other people, you come to them, they know because of years of practice, learned experience, and everything else, that they know the kind of thing that they're able to help you do to make your marriage work. So all of those things are where people's genius are. And for you to be able to give value and be able to get money from it, you need to be able to let people know what those natural things are and create them. Do not create them as hobbies. Hobbies are great, but hobbies do not get you money. Hobbies do not fill your pockets. Outside of your 9 to 5, focus on all of the talents, the gifts that God has called you to, so that when you eventually leave your 9 to 5, you are not stuck in life enough that you don't know what's next. The key insight from this, the transformation zone that I mentioned, is that those breakthrough moments are for your profit. They're actually called your profit centers if it's something you pay key attention to. Not the things you think you should be doing, but the things that you actually have in your hand that you're able to monetize. And I'll speak more of the number 2 that I spoke about, the build a signature offer stack. How to do it. The first thing you can do, it's called through a funnel. If you're in marketing, that we have funnels that people walk through. The first thing you want to do is to build your freebie. maybe create a quiz, create an assessment, solve one problem for your target audience for free, enough for them to know that, okay, you have the potential to be able to take it to the next level. Create a low ticket offer, create a low ticket product, create something that when they come into, they feel that experience and they're like, oh, okay, how do I then get more from you? If you're a coach, you can think about this. If you're a consultant, you can think about how to do this. If you're also building a personal brand, this is actually how to this is actually how to make people come to experience you as a person. A taste of your method. It should feel like a no-brainer for people to invest in. Those low tickets are low hanging fruits that when people come into, they desire more if it's excellently delivered. And then you can create your signature program, maybe coaching, group program. If you're now selling, maybe if you're a business owner, you can create that. I do three tier cakes, and my three-tier cakes are vanilla, coconut, and this thing is not something you get from every other person. Every other person might be delivering strawberry or vanilla, but I do it with coconuts in the middle, and I do it with velvet cake at the end. So that's something that you learn about your signature offer. Your premium offer, these are the things that you do for people that come into, like if you're a coach, if you're a consultant, I'm speaking to those kind of people more. Your VIP days, your mastermind, you're done for you. For people who want a deeper access to you, now this is the most expensive part of where you can bring them to. Even if you have a product, a service, you can create those tier in the sense that when people come to your website or something, when they click on it, they can take the general offer. Then when they want to talk to you one-on-one, they can actually book the premium offer to be able to do that. Each of these levels should reflect a different layer of your brilliance. But they should also be pointing to your key transformation of what you do for these people. The step 3, one brand, multiple income streams that I'd mentioned before. Here is where people get tripped. They think having multiple offers means having multiple brands. That's not supposed to be. But if you have one clear promise in mind, then you can have multiple products or services underneath them, except you intentionally want to branch to doing something else that can be directly influenced or impacted with your brand. So your anchor, like I said before, is your brand as one promise to people, even though you're multi-potentialite. Like saying an example, I would say that I help hyphenated women clarify their messaging and monetize their brilliance. That's something that if people ask me, oh, what do you do? That's a short way of me explaining what I do as a brand transformation coach for the clients that I work on. So create your I help statements. That's what it's called. Your I help statements. Who do you help? How do you help them? What do you help them do? And why do you help them do it? So that is the who, what, when, why, and how. Those things, 5 key questions. If you're able to answer it for your target audience, it gives them clarity to why they should work for you. So from a single anchor, you can build your coaching from it. You can build your content strategy from it. You can build your books from it. You can build your courses from it, your consultation, your speaking engagements. All of those things are layers of your income generation for your personal brand or for your business brand. So one brand can have many expressions as long as you know how to tie it well. The last step that I spoke about and expanding more on that is when you want to become a thought leader, share frameworks. Don't share the general aspire to perspire kind of content when people are looking for you online. When they Google your name, what do people find? Enough that it's able to tie to the transformation that you bring. And do you have social proof? Social proofs are your testimonials of what other people are saying about you. And it's not just you shouting around and going around, I do this when nobody else is actually making those kind of comments about you. You want to have raving fans enough that they're able to build a base for you and be able to recommend you when opportunities show up. Share those frameworks, express your beliefs boldly. In life, everybody has their own values. And whatever your value is actually one of the things that is of utmost, of a fabric of who you are as a person. So you want to start positioning also as that, because sometimes the value from integrity, from resilience, or anything at all that it is, some of those things actually get people some form of exposure, even if it's well strategically placed. So tell your stories. Don't allow another person to share the narrative of who you are, who you're becoming. Ensure that every time that you get on a stage, every time you have an opportunity, share your own narrative of who you are. Do not let any other person describe you. And when I Google you online, don't let somebody else be the one sharing the narrative of who you are to us. Have, even if it's a Canva page, like it's a one-page Canva page of your about, whatever it is that you're about, go create it. Canva is already something that most people use, so you can create like something to send us to, and those things are online. When people search for it, they're searchable, and they're able to help us trace you and know if we want to work with you. People pay leaders. People do not pay generalists. If you're a generalist, nobody's going to pay you for any service, because the service you're offering is already ordinary. There's nothing to it that any other person might be encouraged or look like they're interested in. Well, so therefore, when you position yourself as someone with a point of view, that's what thought leadership basically means. Not just a skill set, but everything becomes easier. And when people are looking for you, it becomes even better for them to be able to get to you and be able to recommend you. So the real examples of how multi-potentialites have been able to monetize in the past, I'll just say through one-on-one coaching. It's called the Clarity to Visibility Framework. The group academy, that's from community learning. Communities begin to learn from them. They do digital workshops. That's accessible entry when you're building that funnel I mentioned. Some people do publishing service. That's a done for you service that some people build into their brand structure. And then people have their speaking engagements where they're able to reach more people, to bring them into the fold, to know who they are. On the surface, it might look like these are totally different things, but they all serve the same transformational purpose of whatever it is that you're doing as a multi-potentialite, to be able to bring people, to be able to earn an income, to be able to make an impact, and to be able to build your legacy. That's how to unify your multiple expressions without looking scattered here, there, if you have how to be able to bring it together. Common blocks that's and how to overcome them. These are some things that might be a roadblock for some people. Fear of being misunderstood. You are worried people will not get you. The truth is that people are drawn to depth. They are not drawn to anything shallow. If you know here, know there, know everywhere, people probably will not even, they won't feel confident enough to put their trust in whatever it is that you're doing. So therefore, it's important that do not hide any part of you. And I'm not telling you that you should go online and put all your life out, but be strategic about your positioning enough that when people see it, they know how it ties together. The next thing that could be a common barrier is trying to do everything at once. You are not a robot. You cannot do everything at once. Even if you put a prompt on ChatGPT does not answer everything at once. It'll tell you, what do you want me to do first? So it's important that whatever you do, you focus on one thing at a time. Don't try to do everything at a time when you are trying to build and to be able to monetize. Build momentum towards whatever you're focused on. You can put them into blocks of 6 months, blocks of 3 months, blocks of whatever it is that you're trying to do. And in the end, you can begin to expand into other things. Number 3, that you might not have a clear brand positioning if you're multi-potentialite. If someone asks you, what do you do? And you need 3 minutes to explain to them, that's already a problem. Because sometimes that's why we say elevator speech. Those people might have gone out of the elevator before you remember what you actually do and what you want to preposition to them. So you need one sentence that actually makes people lean into you, want to listen to you, and be able to like say, oh, I would like to work with you. Oh, I'm thinking of who can actually need this service, and you can sell it to them. So don't come out rolling all your resume to us Truly, in life, most people do not care. They care about themselves enough to just know what value you are going to be able to add to them. So make them a promise in that your 3 sentences of your elevator speech. If you don't have one, you can use AI these days to be able to do one per all the skills that you have together. Just ask it to help you narrow it down enough to your who, what, when, how, and where. Then you can some people also underpricing or staying in the free zone. Some people have stayed in this free zone and underpricing their skills for too long that you don't have a layer of what should be next after you are done. Okay, now you've been making maybe say $500 from a particular product for a period of time. You need to know when it's time to move and to scale. You need to know that, see, if I continue selling this for $7 courses and that's all I want to do for, I'm never, ever, 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 ever going to be able to retire at 40. So it's very important that you can be generous, but generosity without boundaries would actually lead to your burnout. Your gifts are valuable, price them accordingly, and that's the way to be able to monetize. Remember what I said, and as I wrap up, is that anchor your brand. One clear promise is what unifies everything that you're offering. The next thing is focus on the transformation that when people meet you, they're able to get to be able to refer you for new opportunities and all. Don't focus on the tasks you do at work. Don't focus on the role. Titles change, roles change, but focus on the person that you are becoming, on the kind of transformation you want to give to the people that meet you in life, that they can be able to pay you, like I said, to build your impact, build your income, and build legacy. So do not offer us variety pack. Variety pack, I remember it from when I was growing up. Oh, it has Rice Krispies, it has Frosties, it has all of it in it. It has cornflakes, it has too many things inside. I don't think anybody wants that as an adult. The change that you create to people must live on in their lives, must live on in their minds, must live on enough for them to be able to remember you when opportunities come. Start with one core offer. Like I said, don't try to sell everything at the same thing at the same time. Just focus on whatever it is that you're doing. And before you know it, people begin to see you as the person of value. And whatever you're doing, just ensure that you are chasing value over virality. Virality is not going to sustain you, but value is going to keep you paid. Value is going to keep you monetized, and value will continue to help you to build the financial stability that you're looking for in life. Thank you so much for this opportunity. And I hope that I've been able to help some people build structure around their multi-potential life today.
Wow, 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 wow. I wanted to put in the comment, let's appreciate this wonderful woman of God, Lady Oladoyin. Isn't that incredible? What an absolute fire dog afternoon or evening or morning we have had. Oh my goodness. Thank you. My notes is full. I have so many nuggets here. And if you have joined us and you have taken or you got one nugget or the other, I want you to put it in the comment. Please put it in the comment. Let's engage. Let's know first where you're joining from if you have not, and also what is that one thing you're taking away. What is that one thing that you're going to do today to move you to your next? Turning that idea that you have right now into action, into this multiple income stream we are talking about. Remember, the journey starts with a step. The journey starts with a step. So let's take a moment to celebrate what we've just experienced. Let's celebrate Lady Oladoyin from the depth insight of wealth creation through the skill monetization we had, then shared by, and of course, the experience that Okwemi has shared a few minutes ago, to the powerful conversation we have here today. I wrote down this framework, and trust me, I am using this like right away. Identifying my transformational zone, building a signature offer. So many of us, we have this depth of knowledge, depth of insight, depth of experiences, but we are not turning, it's not earning us anything. You are renting your genius to your employer. You are renting your genius to your employer when it can be making money for you. And we have heard from Lady Oladoyin today how we can create one brand and have multiple source of income through our offers. That thing that is easy for you, that when they wake you up, when you are sleeping, you can do it with even closing your eyes. It's very easy for you. But to someone else, it's difficult. Someone is going to actually pay you for doing that
To
thing that
solve
is
that problem for them.
absolutely, absolutely. So thank you so much from the depth of your insight. You've sharing your brilliance with us today. You didn't just speak from your mind. No, you pour out wisdom. You ignited hope because there is hope here. You can start this year right from this very moment, the 2026, this new year, igniting that which is inside of you, the fire which is inside of you. Thank you so much, Lady
Thank you for
Oladoyin.
having me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And
Thank
I
you so
hope that we'll be able to come back to read from the testimonials of the people that have put it into practice, because we don't just want to be the hearers, but want to be doers. And the doers are the people that actually get paid for doing. Nobody pays you for hearing.
absolutely. Do
Yes.
anybody have any question for Lady Oladoyin? Do you have any question for her? I'm looking at the comment right now. If there is any comment, either you are in Canada, Australia, anywhere you are, remember you can start this. Geographical area is not a barrier. You can start bringing out your brilliance. You can start executing your idea, right? But Lady Oladoyin, before you go, what is that one thing that you want to share right away that this driven professional, this hardworking professional that did not want to leave their 9 to 5 because you're afraid, you're scared, what is that one thing you can tell them that they can do today and they can move to their next level? What is that one thing? I know there are many steps, there's framework, there blueprints, and all of that. But if they want to take a step today in bringing out their brilliance, bringing out their idea to life, and they want to start from December, today is December 12th. They still want to do something before, launching into the year. What is that one thing?
I think that where I always ask people to start from is get clear of what you want your future to look like. The moment you are clear, it then helps you to be able to build a pathway. So, how do you find clarity for that one thing? Like I said, ask questions, journal, write those things out, enough for you to know the pathway. In 10 years' time, do you want to still be in that role, paying you how much per hour so that you are going to just continue to be there? One thing that you can do differently today is to start speaking to people and asking them if you are not clear enough about who or what your brilliance is, and start documenting it enough for you to plan around what you want to achieve and monetize for 2026.
Wow. Did you hear that? You
Get
can
clear.
take the step. Yes, you can take that step. You don't need plenty money. You don't need a business model. You don't need this. You can start from this very small step that she shared with you today, getting clarity on what you need to do. And then starting, just do it. Just do it. Just take that step. Ask questions. You can follow Lady Oladoyi here on LinkedIn. You can follow her too on on YouTube, on LinkedIn. And then I know she has a newsletter. You can share with us your resources. People can follow you here and they can ask you further questions if they have any other question in helping them bring out their brilliance and branding them with all your blueprints and the things, the framework you're sharing with us today. So this has been a great time. So thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank
And of
you.
course, we continue this launch tomorrow, but we have opened it up. We have been hearing from great speaker, and of course, we continue tomorrow. So I want to say thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Everything we've discussed today, from purpose to system to establishing your idea, identifying your transformational zone, getting clarity, creating the brand, anchoring your price. We got into all of this today, everything we've been sharing, and which is the ultimate goal is to have financial freedom, living life on your own terms, have multiple streams of income. Everything is actually being inspired. I was being inspired to write this Get Fired Up book. This book was born out of my own personal transformation, from living from one paycheck to building a life of purpose, meaning life of peace, life of prosperity, life of impact, life of legacy, all before I turned 40. So in these pages of this book, you'll find not just principle, you'll find proved frameworks, you'll find a blueprint that will help you. And this is the same system that helped me design that financial freedom while still raising my family, while walking in faith, while creating the legacy. And I'm still on that journey. My mission is simple. My mission is to help driven professionals like you escape the paycheck trap and to build the wealth on purpose. So here's my invitation to you right now as we close out on today's launch. And of course, we continue to catch on the streets of LinkedIn, on YouTube, on Instagram, and all of that. I am sharing the Amazon link here. I want you to grab your copy. Grab your copy of this book, Get Fired Up, Building Wealth, Escaping the 9-to-5 Trap, and Living Life on Your Own Terms. You can get the paperback, you can get the Kindle, you can get the hard copy. Whatever works best for you is there on Amazon. But most importantly, I want you to start reading this weekend. Please start reading it, one page at a time. Don't let this thing collect dust on your shelf. This is going to make you $1 million. I promise you, this is going to help you retire early, decades than the norm. Because the principle inside here will help you shift from working for money, and then your money is working for you. It helps you build a system. Yesterday, we talked about building system as the part of fundamentals for you, because you have a track to run on while you're building a system where the money starts to work for you and you not always exchanging your time for money. And when your copy arrives, take a picture and share this online. Tag me, Ask Lola Wealth. I want to share your story. I want to share your testimonial. I want to share all of this with you. And then, of course, use the hashtag Get Fired Up so that we can celebrate this moment together. It's really a movement, like I shared with you. It's a movement. It's not just a book launch. It is a movement. And this is just the day one. Guess what? Tomorrow, we go even deeper with the line of speakers that we have coming to share their brilliance. Day two, we will be featuring more incredible voices, practical wealth insight, and of course, more stories behind the Get Fired Up, the book that is already sparkling the transformation across the globe for the hardworking professionals. So I invite you to come again, invite a friend, invite a colleague. Tomorrow is weekend, and this is just really a short time that you can spend here. I am super excited, and I want to share this moment with you, of course, tomorrow. I want you to invite your spouse as well. Let them join us tomorrow here. Invite your kids. This is a kid-friendly environment where they can start to learn about money right away. So let's keep spreading this fire movement together. So before we sign up, I want to leave you with this truth. Wealth is not built on chance. Wealth is not built on chance. Wealth is built on choice. Wealth is built by courage. Wealth is built by clarity. And you have the power to rewrite your financial story. It is totally yours. You have the capacity. You have the tenacity. You are audacious to rewrite your financial story. And my hope is that you get fired up with this book, and it's going to spark something inside of you. You were not created to survive. You are created to thrive. You design thriving in your own life and your finances. You were designed to thrive. You were not called to chase money. You were born to master it, which of course I share it. There is this, and I shared yesterday, the Fired Up Movement Accelerator System, the 4 pillars of you entering into that fire. The financial independent retire early, not the fire, but the financial independent and early retirement. This book is a roadmap from that burnout to the balance, from just earning to truly building wealth that works for you. I talked about the Fired Up Accelerator System that will help you to retire, that has helped me to retire from Microsoft at 40. And this is a system that I build around it. Number 1 is income diversification. You want to have multiple streams of income. Do you have to have this at once? No. You start one step at a time, one block, one brick at a time. You already have an active a stream, which is your 9 to 5. But if you are an entrepreneur, you have something that is bringing in money. You are active, you are there. You are exchanging that time with money. That is what you have right now. But if you do not have another stream or other streams, then you want to first establish one that is going to be a passive or a semi-active, where you have to build, whereby you are not exchanging your time for money, and you do not have to be there by building a system, a process. You're building a legacy that is going to be bringing in and funding the life that you want. Income diversification is the first pillar. The second pillar is money mastery system, which I shared here as well. You want to learn the fundamentals. You want to know how money works in US, in Australia, in UK, in Canada, wherever you are. Understand how money works. Understand the taxes, the VAT, and all of those things that will help you to put more money in your pocket, rather than you just continue to give money back to the government. Because legally, you can, if you know how to do it, you will earn from it. Remember what Albert Einstein said. No, not Albert Einstein, Warren Buffett. He said two rules. Like rule number 1, never lose money. Rule number 2, never forget rule number 1. That means that you are making money. Your goal is not to give it away to the government. Your goal is to keep more into your pocket. That's going to be compounding for you. All right. The third pillar is wealth growth protection. You want to protect that which you have from taxes, from predators, from creditors, from probate. You want to protect what you have had, what you have worked for, your hard-earned money. You want to protect it. Protect your income. Protect you as the asset, because you are the one making that money. You want to protect yourself. And of course, you will get more on that in my book. And then the fourth pillar, which I love so much, is life and wealth design. You want to design your life. You want to create the wealth you deserve, and you live life on your own terms. Did you see that? This is not theory. This is transformation. This has helped a lot of professionals, and it's going to help you as well. All right? This I share. Wealth is not about what you earn. This is our topic yesterday. It's about the system that you are designing. It's about the system you are building around it. And then the last thing that I want to share here before we call it a day is, you are not defined by your job title. And I know Lady Olatoyin talked about this one. But you are defined by the legacy that you choose. You choose to build. That is who you are. You are not your job title. Job title change, roles change, but you are defined by the legacy you choose to build, you choose to create. So thank you so much for being part of today's experience. Thank you, our speaker, Okoyemi Awoyemi and Oladoyin Taiwo. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much, all the audience that's here with me today. And for people that are going to still join and still watch this, even afterwards, I want to say thank you. Every member of the FireDog community, thank you so much. I'm super proud of you. And until tomorrow, keep your faith strong. Keep your focus clear. And your fire, keep it burning. Get your copy on Amazon right now. We are going live on this. I want you to share this link. Buy multiple copies. Put it inside that gift. Wrap it. Let it be part of the Christmas gift. This is the best gift you can ever give to anybody in 2025. I'm telling you. I am telling you. I started to get a lot of testimonial people reading this book and how this is going to help them in their financial journey in 2026 and beyond. All right, go get your copy. Go grab your copy on Amazon right now, and let's design the life that we deserve, funded by the wealth we are creating. Thank you so much, everyone. Stay blessed and stay fired up. Thank you, and God bless.